I was 7 years old when my mom told the police I was kidnapped. The whole town searched for me. They held candlelight vigils. My face was on every news channel. But here's the truth, nobody knew. I wasn't kidnapped at all. My mother knew exactly where I was the entire time. If you want to hear how a simple DNA test exposed my mother's 25-year lie, make sure to like this video and subscribe. You won't believe what happens next. My name is Sarah Mitchell, and I need to tell you about the day my childhood ended. It was a regular Tuesday morning in April 1999. I was 7 years old, living in a small town in Ohio with my mom, Linda. My parents had divorced 2 years earlier, and my dad had moved to another state. It was just me and Mom in our little apartment. That morning started like any other day. Mom made me toast with strawberry jam. She brushed my hair into pigtails. She kissed my forehead and told me she loved me. I had no idea it would be the last normal morning of my life. "Sarah, honey, we're going on a little trip today," Mom said as she packed a small bag with some of my clothes. I was excited. I thought maybe we were going to visit Grandma Helen or my Aunt Carol. Mom seemed nervous, but I was too young to understand why. We drove for about an hour. I watched the trees pass by my window, humming along to the radio. Mom was quiet the whole drive. She kept wiping her eyes, but when I asked if she was okay, she just smiled and said she was fine. We pulled up to a big brick building. It looked old and kind of scary. A sign out front said, "Children's Services." "Where are we, Mommy?" I asked. "Just a place where you'll stay for a little while, baby," she said. Her voice was shaking. A woman came out to meet us. Her name was Mrs. Peterson. She had gray hair and a kind smile, but I didn't want to go with her. I wanted to stay with my mom. "It's okay, Sarah," Mom said, kneeling down to hug me. "You're going to be safe here, I promise." "But why can't I stay with you?" I cried, holding on to her tight. She didn't answer. She just kissed my head one more time, handed my bag to Mrs. Peterson, and walked away. I screamed for her. I ran after her, but Mrs. Peterson held me back. I watched my mom get in the car and drive away without looking back. That was the last time I saw her for 3 years. Mrs. Peterson took me inside. The building smelled like cleaning products and old carpet. There were other kids there, all looking just as lost and scared as I felt. "Your mommy loves you very much," Mrs. Peterson told me that first night as I cried in a strange bed. "Sometimes mommies need help. And that's okay." But I didn't understand. Why did she leave me? What did I do wrong? The next day, a man named Marcus came to talk to me. He was my social worker. He had a clipboard and asked me lots of questions about my mom and my home life. "Sarah, do you know why you're here?" he asked gently. I shook my head. "Your mother needed some help taking care of you right now. But don't worry, we're going to make sure you're safe and happy." "Safe from what?" I wondered. I was safe with my mom. At least I thought I was. 2 days after Mom dropped me off, the police came. Detective Rivera sat down with me in a small room. He was nice but serious. "Sarah, I need you to tell me what happened before you came here. Did anyone hurt you? Did anyone take you somewhere you didn't want to go?" I told him the truth. Mom brought me here. Nobody took me. Nobody hurt me. But apparently, that wasn't the story the adults were hearing. It wasn't until weeks later that I found out what my mother had done. I overheard 2 social workers talking in the hallway. Can you believe it? The mother reported her own daughter kidnapped. I know. The whole town is looking for that little girl, and she's been here the whole time. My heart stopped. Kidnapped? People were looking for me? I learned that the same day Mom dropped me off at Children's Services, she went straight to the police station. She told them I had been taken from our apartment. She said she woke up and I was just gone. The police started a massive search. My face was on the news. Missing child, Sarah Mitchell, age 7. They had helicopters flying over the woods. Search parties combing through parks. Volunteers posting flyers all over town. My Grandma Helen was crying on TV, begging whoever took me to bring me home. My Aunt Carol was organizing candlelight vigils. The whole community came together to find me, But I wasn't missing. I was 10 miles away in a foster home, wondering why my mommy didn't want me anymore. When the truth came out that I was in state custody the whole time, the police were confused. How could a mother report her child kidnapped when she personally dropped that child off at social services? My mom told them she panicked. She said she was scared they would judge her for giving me up. She said she didn't know what else to do. They didn't arrest her. They didn't charge her with filing a false report. They just let it go. They said she was clearly struggling and needed help, not punishment. But what about me? I was the one who needed help. I was the one living with strangers, confused and scared. While my mom played the victim on TV, the social workers explained to me, in the simplest way they could, that sometimes parents can't take care of their kids. They said it wasn't my fault. They said my mom loved me but was going through a hard time. But none of that made sense to me. If she loved me, why did she leave me? And why did she lie? I spent the next 3 months with Mrs. Peterson. She was kind to me, but it wasn't the same as being home. I shared a room with another girl named Jessica. She was 9 and had been in foster care for 2 years already. She taught me the rules: be quiet, be good, don't cause trouble. If you're good, maybe your mom will come back for you, Jessica told me one night, so I tried to be perfect. I cleaned my room. I ate all my vegetables. I didn't cry, even when I wanted to. I thought if I was good enough, Mom would realize she made a mistake and come get me. But she never came. After 3 months with Mrs. Peterson, I got moved to a new foster home. This time it was a family with 3 other foster kids. The dad's name was Mr. Johnson, and the mom was Mrs. Johnson. They weren't mean, but they weren't warm either. It felt like a job to them, not a family. I started 2nd grade at a new school. Kids asked me questions I didn't know how to answer. Where's your mom? Why do you live with the Johnsons? Are you the girl who got kidnapped? That last question hurt the most. Because even though I knew the truth, that my mom left me, everyone else still believed the kidnapping story. My mom had become the town's hero. The poor mother whose daughter was taken and then miraculously found safe in foster care. People felt sorry for her. They brought her casseroles. They hugged her at the grocery store. Meanwhile, I was the kid everyone whispered about at school. Years went by. I moved from home to home. The Johnsons, then the Martinez family, then a group home when I was 12. Each move meant a new school, new kids, new questions. I saw my mom a few times during supervised visits. She would cry and tell me she loved me. She'd promise she was working on getting better so I could come home. But it never happened. When I turned 14, the visits stopped completely. Marcus, my social worker, told me that my mom had moved to another state. She didn't leave a forwarding address. That's when I realized the truth. She didn't want me back. She never did. I aged out of foster care at 18. No family came to my high school graduation. No one helped me move into my tiny apartment. I worked 2 jobs just to pay rent and go to community college. I tried to move on with my life. I made friends. I dated. I worked hard. But there was always this hole inside me, this question that never got answered. Why did she do it? When I was 25, I tried to find my mom. I searched social media, public records, everything. I finally found her living in Florida. I sent her a letter. She wrote back. Her letter was full of excuses. She said she was young and scared. She said she didn't know how to be a mother. She said she thought I'd have a better life without her. But she never apologized for the lie. She never explained why she told everyone I was kidnapped. When I asked her about it in a follow-up letter, she ignored the question. I let it go. Or at least, I tried to. I got therapy. I worked through my anger. I built a life for myself. I met a wonderful man named Michael, and we got married. Life was finally okay. But the question still haunted me. Why the kidnapping? Why? What was she hiding? Last year, at 32 years old, I decided to take a DNA test. Not because I was looking for answers about my mom, I just wanted to know more about my health, history, and ancestry. Michael had done one and found some interesting cousins, so I thought, why not? I sent in my sample and forgot about it for a few weeks. Then the email came, "Your DNA results are ready." I logged in, excited to see my ancestry breakdown. But what caught my eye was the DNA relatives section. There was a match labeled "Close Family First Cousin." Her name was Emma Rodriguez. I'd never heard of her. I clicked on her profile and sent her a message. "Hi, I think we might be related. Do you know anyone named Linda Mitchell?" Emma responded within an hour. "Linda Mitchell? Yes, that's my Aunt Linda. Are you her daughter?" We set up a phone call. I was nervous but curious. Maybe I'd finally found some family who actually wanted to know me, but what Emma told me on that call changed everything. "Sarah, I don't know how to tell you this," Emma said, her voice shaking. "But your mom, she didn't just put you in foster care because she was struggling. There's more to the story. My mom, your Aunt Carol, she told me the truth years ago, but we were all sworn to secrecy." My stomach dropped. "What truth?" "Your mom wasn't overwhelmed or depressed. She had met a new boyfriend. His name was Derek. He didn't want kids. He told your mom it was either you or him. And she chose him." I couldn't breathe. Emma continued. "She made up the kidnapping story because she didn't want people to know she gave you up for a man. She wanted sympathy, not judgment. The whole family knew, but we were told never to contact you or tell you the truth. 25 years. 25 years of wondering what I did wrong. 25 years of thinking my mom was just too broken to take care of me. But the truth was so much worse. She didn't choose me because she chose him." If this story touched your heart, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And if you've ever felt abandoned or lied to, know that you're not alone. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Thank you for listening to my story.